This is Lost in Electronics. Today we're going to actually go to one of my favorite websites, especially if we want to learn something new here. The website's called Scribd. One of the things I do like about it is it's all you have to do is go to the first thing is just going to be scribe.com. This is a book called does cost $9 a month, but for what you're getting, it's probably one of the best ones I have found out there to be able to use. Some of the favorite topics, like we've been using some of the other videos we were talking about, like Linux. Look at all these books you can find about Linux. You can not only can you have this, you can have audio books, and you also can actually have the normal books about Linux. There's also documentations and articles. It's probably one of the best if you want a kind of way you can be able to very easily download books, look at everything else. You can see what's going on here. Look at this example, quick Linux references. Maybe you don't remember all the commands. Maybe you don't remember where everything's at. This is a very easy way to be able to see everything here. So these are really the most known commands here. It tells you what they do. Not only do that, do you also have books here? So any kind of things you may want to look at. For example, Python programming. There we go. So we can. There is a very good books on here. So anything you could find that you really want to do, if everything you want to be able to look up here, make sure you spell everything right. Otherwise, you're going to get some invalid results. But Python. So look, you have all these things about how you can have programming books here. Or you can just go ahead and here we got see. Let's go ahead and look at maybe like a C# book. There's all how the language is here. Let's go ahead and just we can just even just search for the word programming. There we go. Tells you all these books. Here's all the books. There's Python programming, beginners to C. It basically has all this here, so you can learn how to hear algorithms, everything you want to be able to pretty much imaginable here. You got books, you got documentation. If you like music, you got spreadsheets here. You got games, talks about the information there. You have anything, maybe maybe a Pokemon fan. It looks like they got some books there. So here, let's go ahead and see if they have anything else here. Let's go ahead and try Dragon Ball. Look at all these graphical novels they have right through the Dragon Ball. They have the Dragon Ball theme song for music if you want to learn how to play that. It does have it, so you got your pretty much every kind of there. It doesn't always pick up 100% things based off of keywords, so you do have other things, but it does give you a good capabilities of it. Here, let's go ahead and go to books. Here's all the books you got here for there. You got audiobooks, snapshots, articles, documentations, and let's go ahead and go sheet music. If you go to documentation, look, you got the theme song, opening theme song for one of the Dragon Ball theme songs if you want to play the music of it. So it does give you the capability here. So same thing with One Piece. They have some music. They got some PDFs. You got a whole bunch of information about it. So you do have there. It gives you a lot of different. There's One Piece Grand World. So they do have so many things. You can go to books here. Doesn't look like they have anybody. Let's go to audiobooks. It doesn't look like they have any audiobooks. Let's go ahead and go to documentation. It looks like they do a lot of documentation here. So again, anything you want to search for, but mainly this channel is more about electronics. So if you want to go and find maybe Raspberry Pi. Look, all the books you can imagine about Raspberry Pi magazine. You got articles, how to use there. So you do have a lot of projects and user guides. So if you want to plan out any events in here, maybe look at all the capabilities of different things here. Where's just a quick book here. I'm going to use a sample of the book because I don't want to go through the whole thing. I don't want to get a copyright strike for showing this. So we're just going to go ahead and just use it here. So you do have, make sure that you, if you do have any scripts, you will have to tell, we need to allow that script to go past. So we want to allow you to, so we want to be able to have it. So try to temporarily say trust all these things here, just temporarily here. Now we will actually have it so you can actually look at the book here more than here. So again, there are some pages here that you can also take a look at. So it gives you the Raspberry Pi, gives you some information. So again, these are, it gives you pictures and gives you the images in the book. So this is these full books. So again, those are, is a great way to be able to look at if you're trying to go, you have Atkins books. I don't know if anybody else is on the keto diet. I've done that in the past. It's a good diet here. So that is another book you can look at. This example if you want to look at diets or anything else. But mainly what our channel is about is electronics. So we're going to go ahead and just look at other electronics projects here. So maybe you want to know just about how basic electronics, how the electronic engineering, everything you can transistors. Maybe you want to build Adrenos. You got so many practical their books here. Everything you can imagine is pretty much on this, and for under $10 a month for a book club that has pretty much everything imaginable on here, it's probably one of my probably one of my favorite book clubs out there. Again, anything you want to do, maybe you're in cars, you could look up anything like let's see Z28. Let's see Z28 here. Z28 Camaros. Let's see what we got on that one here. So look, you got all these pictures. Here's Camaro magazine. Here is here. So let's go. Honda maybe. Let's go ahead and just look at the word Honda here. Look, you got a Honda driver's manual. Got books about Honda. So again, if you're in cars, you got it. You got books there. If you want to look at, let's go ahead and look at, maybe we want to do some security testing. Look at all these books about beginning to hacking, beginning of how to do this, RFID, phone information. So again, you got about everything you can imagine here. Mind hacking, hacking for dummies, incredible. So there are some great books on here. So I go in the local library, you gotta write it online. You can download it, it's really easy. Again, it's not very there. And then the good thing is you have right there, you got audiobooks. You want to listen to them. Maybe you want to listen to the background when you're listening to one of the Lost Electronics videos in the background. Maybe you just want to watch it instead of listen to it, or you may want to read this in the background while you're. So there is options. You have capabilities of it. So we got books, we got articles. Tells you all the information what's going on, so it does have a really good this for basically a newer company. Scribd is probably one of those things. Plus, the nice thing, yes, you do have a monthly fee with it, but it's a lot cheaper than using something like yeah, great. You don't own the audiobooks at the end of it, but it does give you a great place to rent it for $10 a month. You can't beat it. There again, I'm not sponsored by this group. I'm just doing this because I enjoy the services, and again, I'm just trying to be able to make it so everything. So any kind of certification you can imagine, you can be able to you can search for here. So let's go ahead and look at our A plus and see what comes up here. This is the type. This is working for maybe looking for CompTIA. Look, all the CompTIA books you have. Maybe some are a little older, but they have some stuff here, so you can look at there. So any kind of certification stuff here. My best thing, another thing is looking at CCNA. Maybe a little bit older documentation, but they do have CCNA right there for you. You got a whole bunch of books on how to be able to do. Here's all the information. They constantly are adding new ones. So again, it does give you a capability of learning how to be able to go through this here. Let's just go ahead and maybe we just want to look at networking. We can have books about networking. Look at all the networking books you can find. Cisco for Dummies, networking, computers there. So again, TCP fundamentals. You got CCNA, cloud computing here. Let's go ahead and find another one. Maybe hard books and maybe use. Maybe AWS. Maybe we want to get ourselves maybe we're doing some server administration and we want to learn how to implement DevOps. Or we can even look for books on to directly that subject. Let's go ahead and just search for the word DevOps and see how many books we have out there for us. So there's all the books to DevOps. So again, this is just my own personal opinions on this program. This company is not sponsoring me in any form. I just enjoy again using this because again I need to do some research maybe for some videos here, or maybe since I'm not the best at video editing, which you can see plainly by my video editing skills, I'm not. So I should be reading up the book on how to do video editing a little bit better here. So that we can go here. So you do have the capability. YouTube for Dummies. There's shoot video, Game Pro cameras, screen capturing. Maybe you want to maybe you want to pull some Adobe there. Maybe you want to do, see what we have for Adobe Premiere. That would probably be a good one to know, especially if you want to be able to do a lot of things here. Look at Premiere, how to be able to use articles. Here's books on how to use Adobe Premiere CC. Maybe you want to learn about Java programming, especially if you want to be doing anything with Android. Look at all the Java stuff we have right there. We could be able to learn how to make an Android app, or maybe be able to pull some be able to create other Java applications. Granted, if you want to there, so that it does here. Let's just type in maybe you got your grandma a new iPhone and maybe you need to have a book explains to her how to use the iPhone. Look, there's a whole bunch of documentation on how to use there is a whole bunch of stuff on how to use the iPhone. Here's books, iPhone application for dummies. There's going to program. There's some musicals. So again, any kind of hobby you want to be able to use. iOS for beginners. Maybe you just got there. Swift, that's a good programming language if you want to learn how to program for the iPhone. So those are options you have here. Let's just go ahead and look at Samsung and see what you pull up here. Right there, let's go ahead and see if there's anything about maybe you type into VLANs. Maybe that's a good article we could do. There, look at all the tutorials on how to do VLANs, CCNA, virtual network, Cisco, policies, mastering pfSense. There's a great one there. So if we want to go and create a pfSense router, I probably want to go and pull that up. So again, these are options you have right there. You can have it tells you what device you can download there. It tells you the authors of the book here. So again, there's a whole bunch of things. Everything you can imagine is on this app. This is one of my favorite things to be able to use for app wise, to be able to go through this. And that's the whole time we're going to have for today's video here. And in the future, we're going to go ahead and we got a lot of new videos planned. Maybe go review maybe some more games, or we'll also take suggestions. If anybody else has any suggestions of videos you'd like to be able to see on this channel. Don't have a huge budget for hardware, but we'll definitely be more than glad to any kind of Linux or any kind of article, or maybe we'll go through on how to use some basic editors. And we got a lot of new feature content is coming up on this channel.